Thanks, Emily. The Iowa Hawkeye wrestling team is celebrating their first Big Ten title in 5 years. DITV Director John Rawson has more from the RAC on how Iowa lived up to their high expectations and what's next for Big Ten's best.
Yeah, coming into this season, the Hawkeyes' expectations were as high as can be. Finish at the top. And head coach Tom Brands and the Hawkeyes delivered, winning their first Big Ten team title since 2015. But with the NCAA championships just 2 weeks away, the Hawkeyes are forced to keep their celebration short.
I mean, it's a job well done. There's no, we're not downplaying this. The reason why it gets downplayed is because there is another important event. And it's cliche, but we have to get ready, and there is work to do, but we definitely give ourselves credit, too. You don't see what's behind the scenes. We appreciate a job well done, and that was a job well done, and it was a battle.
With Minneapolis a meager 2 weeks away, the Hawkeyes have to buckle down and prepare for the championships. But if you're wondering what the next 2 weeks will look like for the Iowa wrestling program, it seems as though there's an open invitation to the wrestling room.
We just get ready to go. I mean, you come stay with us. I'll show you the ropes. How's that?
You always have to love Tom's humor, especially in tournaments like these. Once again, Iowa wins their first Big Ten wrestling team title since 2015, their 36th overall. For a full recap of this year's Big Ten Wrestling Championships, you can head over to dailyiowan.com for all your recaps. Reporting from the RAC in Piscataway, New Jersey, John Rawson, DITV Sports.
The Hawks finished the weekend with 157.5 points. Nebraska came in second with 132, and Ohio State was the bronze team at 112. The NCAA championships will take place in Minneapolis at U.S. Bank Stadium starting on March 19th. But wrestling was unfortunately the only positive for Iowa sports as the Hawkeye men's basketball team traveled to Champaign for their final game of the regular season. The Hawks got off to a fast start, being up by double digits within the first few minutes of the game. Senior Luca Garza had another outing of 20-plus points and also finished with 8 rebounds. But the lead would not last long as the Fighting Illini tied it up before the end of the half. And they would continue that momentum heading into the second half, being up as much as 16 points. The Hawks were able to muscle their way back, but weren't able to complete the comeback. Iowa would go to lose 78-76.
You're on the road. You gotta execute coming down the stretch at both ends. You know, we had a stretch there where we were getting stops, we couldn't get a rebound. So we started getting stops and get a rebound, and we could run our transition.
With the loss, Iowa has claimed the 5th seed and will play on Thursday at around 2:30 against either Northwestern or Minnesota. Sadly, sticking with upsetting finishes, the Iowa women's basketball team traveled to Indianapolis this weekend where they were defending their Big Ten tournament title. The Hawks came into the tourney as a 4th seed and were playing the opponent, number 6 seed, Ohio State. Bankers Life Fieldhouse was loudest support for Iowa, but they fell into a dry spell in the first quarter, up a 20-point run. From there on, they continued to try to claw back into the game, but the buckets would not fall. One of the leaders of the team and Big Ten Player of the Year, Kathleen Doyle, went down twice during the game with injury, but she would not let that keep her down as she returned both times. Hers and the rest of the team's resilience to get back into the game was just not enough, as Iowa lost to the Buckeyes 87-66.
As far as kids, I don't know that they're going to really get much out of this game as far as, you know, rehashing it and watching it over and over again, except for destroy their confidence. And I don't want to do that going into postseason. So I kind of want to remind them of the good things that they've done so far, and try not to, you know, like I say, show this film a whole lot for them. But us coaches certainly can learn.
Yeah, I think we just have to be locked in earlier. Like I said, bring more energy and tenacity and make people uncomfortable. They were just kind of doing whatever they wanted on offense, and we need that to not happen.
Even though the women lost, they still have a chance to host part of that women's NCAA tournament here in Iowa City. But we'll just have to wait until the selection show next Monday to know for sure. It seems like almost all of Iowa athletics are on top of their game, even if the results do not show it. And we've got even more sports to cover, so come back tomorrow for more.